because I felt it was like it was very. Like, obviously didn't use my hands. It wasn't that much work, but he's a big dude, so I was kind of sweating by the end of it. But knowing that I could work on someone of his stature and do this well, made me feel really good. And so also with the clients that I'm working on now, still on a table, I'm implementing more of the table tie techniques that you've told me because I'm not all the way on a mat yet, right?
Yeah.
And so my clients are saying things like, wow, like it feels almost like I'm in a PT session, right? Like I'm sure you've gotten that before, or I feel like this is like PT, but like I'm not doing the work, so it's not like hard, but I feel like it's just like so much more than just a typical massage. Like that's what I'm getting from like most of my clients right now,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. Um, and so a lot of my reviews are coming in with those kind of words and things like that. Um, so I'm just really excited that I kind of took the plunge to go with the mat, like just full on, just go right to the mat. Which I don't know how. I was going to ask you, like the people that you're training, like do they have a lot of hesitancy to go right to like how many would you say go right to the mat after they do like one class of the table versus like they just want to stick with like table tie?
So this is an inordinately complex issue. And
Okay.
sometimes when I discuss this with students, when I discuss the overall business, there's a misunderstanding about what's going on. So the students will see, like we have 300 or so subscribers. Most of those subscribers are in the private Facebook group. They think that represents this like huge swath of the marketplace. 300 people is for 50 states. Is that 6 people per state? My work doesn't touch 0.01% of the massage marketplace currently.
Mm-hmm.
So the students, and this has been my experience, the students who take group classes with me here in Austin primarily, because this is where I live, they will take an initial 18-hour intro tie class, which is mat based, or a 12-hour table tie class, which is all table.
Mm-hmm.
They will incorporate a move or two from the table class and then lose everything from the mat class they just took because the facility they work in is all table based.
Yeah.
So there's been no significant bump on the dial, in my opinion, locally.
Yeah.
There is
Okay.
little to no interest, in my opinion. When I say this, I don't mean that nobody's doing it. What I mean is when you look at the big picture of somebody who's running cameras across the internet from 4 camera angles, teaching you interactively, live, the private students, even through the cameras, are learning 3 times as fast, and they're the ones jumping to the mat and then going, oh, there's nobody to work on me. And I'm like, we don't have any kind of market saturation to be able to form communities online that are like satellite hubs. So my perspective on things sometimes I think is misconstrued because students don't understand the degree to which I'm marketing and pushing something over the internet.
Yeah.
Most of the students, in my opinion, and most people, and I mean this in a positive way, most people are followers. Massage therapists will want to do what I do when they've seen 10 or 100 of students like you do it successfully. Once you look like a boss babe, everything will just cascade and roll along. Right now, it's one weird guy in Austin that we don't like, who's rude and abrasive and doesn't dress professionally or whatever they say. They can't quite wrap their brain around. Fundamentally, it's just working on a mat. Let's make it that complicated. Don't worry about suspension or abdominal work. It's like, what is this? But you can't change massage. Like, this is an ancient, and I'm like,
yeah.
What if we could solve a problem in a radically new way?
Yeah.
The industry is not prepared for that conversation. And in the meantime, what we have is body tempering, stretch lab, stretch zone, all this shit rolling out. And it's like the therapists are like, ooh, this looks interesting. And I'm like,
massage.
what do you guys think I've been teaching? Like my
Yeah.
work is going beyond all of this stuff I see in the marketplace, but the branding and the logos and the merchandise and the stuff behind it
It is.
isn't
Yeah.
there yet. It isn't there yet
Right.
to capture them quite.
Right. So do you feel like a lot of the students that you bring on are not self-employed? That's where the hang up is to, well,
Well,
I can't.
big picture, right? Not just class in Austin, not just working with you.
Yeah.
What percentage of massage therapists across the massage industry are self-employed?
Not very many. I would think there's way more employees than, I mean,
Yeah,
not,
let's just make up a number because I don't really know. Let's say 30%.
yeah, I
And
was gonna say
of
20.
that 30%, how many of are completely fully employed, and then some of them are just doing some stuff on the side?
Yeah.
Make it another 15%. So,
Right.
in a sense, even though I'm teaching table tie, it's very challenging to try to market what I'm teaching to a table-based audience that's an employee, where they're afraid to break the mold because the boss is going to get pissed off because they're not delivering massage. Make sense?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think at one point in my career, I was trying to leave massage. This was back from probably like 2016. I actually did leave massage for a little bit. I actually started working in iHeartRadio for a little bit doing sales.
Yeah.
But I was so like, I'd already been doing it for like 6 years. My body hurt. I was working like 8-hour shifts at the salon, right? Like back to back to back kind of thing. And I felt the same way. I was like, why am I going to take these continuing education credits and like not be able to use, I don't know, continuing education. I know that's a whole different like conversation itself with you, but like, like got certified in cupping. I sold my cups because I'm like, there's no reason for me. I can't do this at my job, and
Yep.
I was working so much. There's no way I could even have like do this on the side,
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just spent hundreds of dollars for no reason, but
Well,
okay, lesson learned. So
if you look at it from a consumer perspective, the students rarely tell me that the clients don't like it. Like, you've only done 2 trainings, you've just introduced the mat to some degree. Are you getting negative feedback from clients?
Mm-mm.
So
No.
the deal is, I have been told in no uncertain terms that it's more effective, it's easier on the therapist's bodies, and they can charge more for it. And I go, it sounds like I just innovated an industry. The problem is the facility owner, let's say they've got 20 massage therapists on staff. Why would a facility owner want to change things to have students doing or staff doing what I'm teaching? You become skilled labor, you're harder to replace, and the massage therapists are pushing back because I'm changing the service. I never get complaints from clients. That's never the issue. The clients are like, this is amazingly effective. Why aren't massage therapists doing this? And I say,
yeah,
massage therapists are not only telling me that what I teach is not Thai massage, they're telling me it's not massage at all. And they're like, oh my God, are you serious? And I go, they're taught this practice in school, and they understand I'm dismantling it. I'm going back to basics and going, listen, I'm going to give you 50 to 75% more tools for any given issue.
Yeah.
The mat.
Yeah.
That foundation turns everything upside down.